to entrust you with something big, heaven doesn't whisper. It resounds with warning signs, spiritual stretching, and unusual shifts. The atmosphere around you changes. People who once celebrated you now seem strangely distant. Circumstances tighten like a vice. Doors that once flung open without resistance now creak and groan or slam altogether. But let me tell you, this is not chaos. This is choreography, divine choreography. You will feel it before you see it. A spiritual pressure that stirs your rest, interrupts your comfort, and calls you out of complacency. Your soul will start feeling too big for your present. Why? Because you were never meant to stay in this place forever. You were not built to settle in smallness when God has placed expansion in your DNA. But the tension you feel right now is the tension of transformation. When God is about to deliver something extraordinary, he will allow your ordinary to dry up. You'll see people walk away and think it's rejection, but it's realignment. You'll encounter delay and call it denial, but it's divine timing. You'll see your plans crumble, and yet those very ruins will become the altar where God builds the miraculous. Don't be surprised when the pressure increases. It's a sign. Don't mislabel your wilderness. It's the proving ground before the promise. The enemy doesn't fight what isn't a threat. So if all hell is breaking loose around you, it's because heaven has scheduled a delivery with your name stamped on it. That's no accident. That's divine preparation. Heaven is pulling you in closer because something bigger is being handed off. And you can't carry something new with an old mindset. The shaking you're feeling isn't to destroy you. It's to strip you of the unnecessary. God is making space. You'll feel misunderstood, misrepresented, maybe even mistaken about where you're headed. But don't let human misunderstanding pull you out of divine positioning. When God is about to do something big, you will often look foolish before you look favored. You'll start to hear a divine echo in your quiet time, a whisper that says, don't give up here. Don't lay it down now. What I'm about to place in your hands will make this pain worth it. You'll be tested. Not because God wants to break you, but because he wants to anchor you. Because what's coming is not light. It's heavy. It's weighty. It's destiny. And God won't bless you with something that ends up crushing you. So he strengthens your shoulders before he releases the increase. So when your circle shrinks, when your strength runs low, when your path feels lonely and your faith feels stretched, don't run. Don't shrink. Don't back down. Look again. That pressure is prophecy. That silence is sacred. That discomfort is divine. When God is about to give you something big, your soul will tremble with a holy unrest. You'll feel like you're at the end, but that's where God begins. You'll see things that don't make sense because he's doing something that defies logic. You'll feel unqualified because he's about to use you in ways that no resume could explain. You'll feel broken because he's creating room for his glory to pour in without competition. Hold steady. You are not being punished. You are being positioned. The resistance is not denial. It's the womb of destiny contracting. The warfare is not random. It's targeted. The enemy sees the glory before you do, and he's terrified. But what's coming is not just for you, it's through you. And when it lands, it will ripple beyond your name, beyond your family, beyond your generation. When God is about to give you something big, the signs won't look like celebration. They'll look like shaking, they'll feel like stretching. But don't misinterpret the storm. It's the escort for your breakthrough. Let him finish what he started. Let him bring it forth in his time, in his way, in his power. Because what God gives is never small, and he never delivers without first preparing the vessel. Watch, trust, stay planted. Because what you're about to see is going to require the faith you cultivated in silence. And when it happens, the invisible war intensifies. The atmosphere thickens, the ground beneath us begins to shake, and instead of seeing progress, we feel like we're drowning in setbacks, isolation, confusion, and silence. But don't be fooled by what you see. Don't let your natural eyes make you forget the supernatural promise. What feels like failure is actually confirmation. God is on the move. The battlefield always heats up before the blessing. That's not coincidence. It's spiritual protocol. The enemy doesn't waste energy on what poses no threat. If he's stirring up storms around you, if your mind is flooded with fear, if your peace feels fragile and your path uncertain, it's because he knows something is near. You've been marked by heaven, and that mark doesn't go unnoticed in the unseen realm. Before the breakthrough, there is often a breaking. Not because God wants to hurt you, but because he's making room. He's stripping off distractions, shaking loose attachments, and recalibrating your heart to align with his. That shaking you feel in your relationships, that confusion rising in your plans, that tension in your soul, it's the evidence of transition. It's not failure, it's formation. The closer you get to divine delivery, the more intense the resistance becomes. Think of a woman in labor. The pain is greatest when the child is closest. And so it is in the spirit. What you feel is not punishment. It is the labor of heaven pushing something eternal through you. The discomfort is not a sign to retreat. It's a sign to hold on. Because what's being born through you is going to shift atmospheres, break generational chains, and answer prayers you didn't even know you were praying, but the enemy wants to convince you otherwise. He will magnify your mistakes. He will exaggerate your flaws. He will whisper lies to make you believe that you've missed it, that you're not ready, that you're unworthy. He's terrified of your arrival at the next level, so he wages war to exhaust you at the edge of it. In these moments, you have to choose vision over visibility. You must anchor yourself in what God said, not what you see. Faith is not about convenience, it's about consistency. When everything in your life seems to contradict the promise, that's when your faith becomes most active. That's when you declare, I will not move from what God showed me. I will not be shaken by what's shaking around me. I will stand even when it doesn't make sense. Yes, the battlefield will intensify. Your mind will be tested. Your emotions will be strained. Your patience will wear thin. But none of that is wasted. Every battle is building you. Every tear is watering what's coming. Every attack is proof that the enemy is losing ground. You may feel overwhelmed, but you are not overlooked. Heaven sees you. God is not silent. He is strategic. And what he's building in secret will soon be revealed in power. You'll begin to sense a holy shift within yourself before the breakthrough shows up around you. Your tolerance for old things will decrease. Your hunger for the word will increase. Your spirit will start to anticipate something, even if you can't name it yet. That's the Spirit of God stirring you, preparing you, elevating you internally before he releases you externally. The heat of the battle is not meant to burn you, it's meant to refine you. You are being purified for the promise, sharpened for the assignment, fortified for the weight of what's coming. God doesn't just want to give you the blessing. He wants to make sure you can carry it without it crushing you. And that's why the pressure comes first. So don't run from the battle. Don't despise the pain. Don't misread the silence. What you're walking through is not a detour. It's the divine path. And when the enemy turns up the volume, when your world feels like it's spinning, when your strength feels like it's failing, lift your head and remember this. Breakthrough is near. That pressure is your signal. That warfare is your signpost. And the very thing that looks like your greatest challenge is often the final gate before your greatest calling. Hold the line. Heaven is closer than you think.